Good morning. It is seaday and I got a really late start, so headed down to meet the guys at trivia. But today is a seaday, so they have a whole bunch of stuff for that. It is the day after Thanksgiving, so we have those activities. But first I gotta get myself up. I woke up, took my meds, and I went back to bed. So now I gotta get moving. But I will see you around the ship while I continue to make those memories and not dreams and live every day as a gift, because that's what it is, thanks to my donor. Let's go get this seaday started. It was time for Captain's Corner, where you get to ask the captain of the ship questions.
Ship went to dry dock. We call it an amplification when we spent over a certain amount of money. And we spent almost $200 million on the ship. Most of it was on the gold faucets in the hotel director's cabin, but we were about 45 days dry with the ship. We had the ship in Cadiz, Spain, and we took all the paint off the bottom and repainted it with 11 different coats of paint. We took the azipods apart, the thrusters apart, the stabilizers off. We did stuff in the engine room. We added new venues, so the Playmakers is new. Those of you that have been on Allure before can see the changes. We put Playmakers in. We put the Masonjar, so those of you who like your bourbon, I'm sure you've been up there listening to the music. The pesky parrot is new, and a lot of refurbishment went on around the ship in addition to the Ultimate Abyss and the water slides, and then they refinished all of the outside decks, So that's where all the money went during the amplification process. And the first question was, sorry?
How many guests are we?
How many guests are we currently sailing with? We have about 6,500 guests on board. The total capacity the ship can take is what we call the SOLAS capacity, and that's the safety of life at sea. We can only carry 8,880 souls. That includes crew. So we have 6,500 guests, and right now we have 2,150 crew, give or take. Crew change every week. Crew sign off, crew sign on, so that number varies. But we have to keep everything total under 8,880. But we're pretty full because everybody wanted to come for turkey.
It's the exciting thing. This is why we watch TV, right?
Well, everybody loves reality television, and that's why I keep this job. You guys are absolutely amazing. We get this thing called the night report the morning after you've done the thing. Okay, and it's amazing. Just add alcohol and you guys will do absolutely amazing things, right? And thank you for that. It keeps me coming back. It's my coffee and my smile, and I'm like, oh wow, that really happened? So is he still in the jail? Okay, all right, good. So it's quite interesting. So what is my scariest weather story? Is that what you're asking? It's going to be tonight at 10 o'clock. There's going to be some truth to that. We've got a cold front coming from Florida, and I know you all want to blame that on the Canadians, but it does make its way down through the Bahamas, so we are going to have a little bit of motion in the ocean starting tonight. Not much I can do about it because we are going to go through it. Is it going to be terrifying, and is everybody going to be running around in life jackets? No, I don't think it's going to be like that. But just don't order the soup. It's you're on one of the world's largest cruise ships. I think we're the 8th largest cruise ship in the world now. Now the Star of the Seas has come out. So when the ship was new, it was the world's largest cruise ship. It's a great platform. We do handle the sea conditions very well considering our size, our tonnage, and design. So the ship does handle all the sea conditions. But to answer your question, okay, I was sailing in the South Pacific, and this was back when I was sailing with Princess Cruise Lines, and we were sailing Australia, New Zealand. Has anybody sailed down there? Okay, beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Except for this thing in between Hobart and Fiordland called the Tasman Sea. Tasman Sea is in the Roaring 40s, and the reason why they call it the Roaring 40s is because it's one of the roughest seas in the world. and we had to cross it every 2 weeks. So we went across this one time, and this vessel I was on, this was 1999, and it was one of their older ships. Is no longer in the fleet. I think it's in the nail department at Home Depot now. We're making the crossing, and the ship was starting to move. And for 2 days on the passage going to New Zealand from Hobart, we didn't see a guest. We didn't see any guests. All we heard was the sound of the toilets flushing, and the poor little man with the trolley going down the corridor, bouncing off the walls, handing out green apples and crackers. That's all it was, because the ship was coming out of the water on the bow and then slamming down. And it was an open bow, so we didn't have a helipad like we have here. So you have all the winches and all the workings up, open, exposed. And where the anchor chain goes down, there's a pipe that goes down to where the anchor is, and that's called the hawse pipe. And what would happen was, when the ship would go down and bury itself into the bottom of the next wave, the water pressure would go past the anchor and come up the pipe. Well, it comes up the pipe comes up that tunnel there, and then up on the bow from the bridge, you would have 2 geysers coming up.
After the Q&A, we decided it was going to be time for lunch. We ate in the main dining room, and we had the bread basket, mozzarella sticks, spaghetti, and hamburger. After we ate, we decided to go try and see if we could get into the mason jar. And here is all of the menus, drinks. You can go and just go in for drinks with no cover charge. You just have to buy the drink, but it could be part of your drink package. Or you could pay to sit and eat, and they have those menus as well. It was really well set up and not as loud as I was expecting it. I'd heard from a bunch of people that it was super loud, but we didn't find that to be true. So now on with our drinks. I got the peach sweet tea, and Bert got the PB&J old fashioned. The PB&J old fashioned comes with really tiny peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and then there's all of what they have. Yeah. My one major complaint was my feet could not touch anything to rest on at the booth. They just kind of dangled there, which was really uncomfortable. Alright, so actually we're just trying to find Mama D and Papa D. We have no idea where they're at. But down here on the boardwalk, they are doing the family game time, or like family carnival. There's a whole bunch of like little games and things that the kids earn tickets with, and then they turn them in for prizes. They have like swords, there's cupcakes, there's like a band that looks like the old ragtime band. The carousel is going like crazy, but it's just like a little fun activity for the kids. But there are a ton of kids, and they've all got these freaking swords, but we're having fun. Cotton candy. And then it was time for Blue Planet. It was a matinee showing. and literally we are at sea. It's a sea day, but it's been busy and fun all at the same time. So woke up, went to the captain's talk. Those are always informational, and this captain loves to storytell and share his experiences, so it made it really enjoyable. It's kind of funny, some of the questions that get asked, but had a great time. After that, went up to the masonjar and went and kind of experienced that. It is new on this ship since the revamp, and I will say that the music wasn't as loud as it is in some venues, so that was really nice. And then the layout is very nice and it's easy to maneuver. Like it's almost in like a circle, so that was really nice. You can go up there for drinks without paying for the cover charge, but then there is like a restaurant part that is for the cover charge, and they have brunch, lunch, and I think dinner. So there's that. I didn't do any of the eats or anything like that. I just stayed there at the bar area and had a yummy peach sweet tea or something like that. So it was very good. Very strong though too. I will say it was strong. Bert had the PB&J drink, which is being like kind of shared all over. They come with like little peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, but he said it was good. Again, it was strong, but it was good. So did lunch down in the main dining room today, just because I didn't want to deal with a whole lot of people and things like that at the buffet, and it was very good. The service was quick. There were plenty of wait staff and things like that. I would say that they have a lot of the food that's going to be on CocoK for the lunch menu. They have the mozzarella sticks. There's a hamburger that has an onion ring on it. There's spaghetti. That's what I had. And then they also have like the royal chicken sandwich. So there's those things. None of us got dessert. We just had our mains and the appetizers. So it was good. After that, went and walked around, kind of saw the family fun time or festival, whatever, out on the boardwalk while we were searching for Mama D and Papa D. And it was packed, but the kids looked like they were having a great time, and there was a lot of excitement and kind of fun in the air with popcorn and cotton candy and all that at an additional charge. So make sure if you're up there for that, that you realize that you gotta use your card. But then went down to the casino, played a little bit in there, and then we went to Blueplanet. They did a matinee show, which was really good. I hadn't seen that one before, so that was fun. They had like the acrobatics and all that kind of stuff. A little more contemporary music that you may have heard of, but interesting like scene changes and things like that. They used like a sheer curtain and then a projector to kind of make it look like they were underwater or in fire, things like that. So it was really cool. I liked it. I enjoyed it. There was one point where it got kind of slow and I kind of started to drift off, but I quickly recovered. So yeah, but now it is time for me to get ready for dinner. You know, when Mama D and Papa D come along, that we gotta do formal night, and I pushed off the last one because of the Chiefs game, and I was not gonna miss the Chiefs game to get ready. But tonight I can't push it off. So tonight is formal night for us, and it is also when they have the lobster in the main dining room, with it being the second formal night. So yeah, I will see you at dinner, and I will continue to make those memories and not dreams and live every day as a gift, because that's what it is, thanks to my donor. Make sure you're liking and subscribing, please, please, please. Thank you, and see you around the ship. It's formal dinner night, which means there is lobster tail on the menu, and also baked Alaska. I got the shrimp cocktail, the escargot, a lobster tail that someone at the table ate, and then I ate the tortellini. I did not eat the chocolate cake. It was not made right. That was formal night in the dining room, and they're doing their dancing or thing. The music is so loud. Woo!
anniversary here. We have many of our executive officers, so it's a pleasure to all to work tonight. Thank you for that. And ladies and gentlemen, we are going to avail our amazing technical team here to get us officially in the holiday spirit. So if you can all help us count down from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is amazing! We'll be keeping our tree and all our wonderful decorations. Our red and blue here. We just want to have everybody have a great time. Great photo opportunity. Thank you for joining us tonight, and we will see you around the ship. Bye-bye. Take it away.
Hold your life. You're only waiting for this moment to be free. Life. I never want you to say I want it my way. But we got this wrong. You can tell everybody, baby, why?
Because that's where the party's at, and you find out.
Here we go now. Everybody, come on, come on. Right foot, 2 stumps. Left foot, 2 stumps. Slide to the left. Slide to the right. Chris. Strange in the neighborhood. Who you gonna call? Do you remember when we used to say, feels so cold and alone, your embrace, keep crying, baby, baby, please.
Se le va como una vaca de un momento a otro. Yo me vuelvo loco cuando le... Ay, ya.
Real chill on man, never trying again. I'm hot, fresh up the water, I ain't need to smell. Cause she got in me.
Good night from Allure of the Seas. It is the end of day 7. We're getting down to the end, guys. But it was a fun day. Lots of seaday activities, like afternoon shows, things like that. When I last checked in with you, I was headed to dinner. It was formal night dinner, and they had the lobster. Here on Royal, you are able to get 1 lobster per person, and then you have to pay extra for any extras, or you do like our table, and like I don't eat lobster, so I order a lobster, but then I order my second included or free entree, and I eat that, and then somebody at the table gets my extra lobster. So quick point, so you don't have to pay for any extras, especially with kids. Order one of their like lobsters and give it to whoever. But I will say tonight's dinner service was not up to royal quality expectations, anything like that. We were offered a drink when we sat down, and that was it for the whole night. They never came back to ask if we wanted another one. Trying to get them even for just like simple requests was very difficult tonight. I will say that our waiters are newer. You can kind of tell they haven't done this a whole lot. I will actually say the assistant waiter is, I think, more ready to be a waiter than our like head waiter for the table or lead waiter, but it'll be in the survey. And heaven forbid Papa D's, he's not impressed with the dining room and their service on this one. And it's literally the service. The food hasn't been horrible. We've had a few items that were off, but I mean, they were edible. Nothing has been like unedible, disgusting, anything like that. It's just been meh. And then we've had a few of the good things. So I will say the shrimp cocktail have been the coolest chilled that I've had in a long time, which is really, really nice. And they are pretty big shrimps, so it was good. But after dinner, decided to go and just hang out at the schooner bar, and they had music there. They did tree lighting, had more music. They kind of went back and forth tonight. They had like music on the promenade, and then they'd have music in the schooner bar for like an hour, and then it'd be back to the promenade, and then back and forth until we finished going to music on the promenade. We did go and do the schooner pianobar and the Irish pub guitar player tonight, and both are really good, very entertaining, things like that. I will say that they need to go and kind of learn how to work the tip jar though. They could be earning a lot more money on tips and things, especially like if they used a QR code, or like for the piano bar, it's always, oh, you have a request. This request is sad. And like if they add money to it, then it's a happy one or whatnot. Just make some more money for yourselves. But after music, decided to go down to the club, and the club was actually pretty good tonight. There were people in it, which hasn't been the case all week, but there was. And I did notice that it was also a different DJ tonight, and you could kind of tell they're different styles, but while we were in there, the music was good. Did a couple of line dances. It was like a lot of fun, but I still need to get edited for yesterday's video, and then I need to get today's finished, so I am caught up and I can have more storage on all my storage devices. But tomorrow is Coco K Day. They have warned us that the weather is changing overnight, which is kind of why we're really rocky this evening. And there is a possibility we wouldn't be able to dock or pier at Coco Cay, so we'll just have to wait to see in the morning how it is. But like the weather forecast for tomorrow at Coco Cay says like mid 70s and 30-mile-an-hour winds with rain on and off. So we'll see how it goes. But it is a planned day at Coco Cay. We have the adults only area reserved. But again, we'll just see what Mother Nature has in store. And if not, I'm sure they will keep us busy with something. But we will continue to make those memories and not dreams and live every day as a gift, because that's what it is, thanks to my donor. And I will see you tomorrow in Coco Cay. Fingers crossed.